Thanks, guys. We're here with Grandmaster Gukesh, who held the draw successfully as black today. And it should be noted before we get to the questions that everything is still in the balance with the Fabiano game. My on-the-scene reporter, Nemo, is going to yell out to us if anything dramatic changes. Let's get back to your game. What were you expecting out of Hikaru today?
Well, I expected him to just try and get a game, and um, obviously he would do everything to win this game. But yeah, I was just in a mental state where I just do my job properly, play a good game, and see what happens.
We had Magnus Carlsen on the live broadcast, and he was even surprised that D4 was chosen. He said that there's just so many ways to get good positions for black in the Queen's Gambit. So were you surprised by even the first move?
Not a huge surprise, but it wasn't the main thing I was expecting.
The other thing that Magnus said is he wasn't expecting you to take on D4 when you did because it frees up the Queen's bishop. So what about the decision to take on D4? Was it a tough one for you?
No, I didn't want to allow some DC5 E4. Although I knew I could equalize, I thought I have to be precise, and this would be a CD4 would be bit easier to play. So, yeah.
There's one thing that you've been doing every round that I have not had a chance to ask you about, which is you close your eyes. You get to the board early, and sometimes your eyes are closed for 5 minutes. Sometimes you even spend 1 minute of your clock time just sitting there. What's going through your head? Are you thinking about chess? Are you clearing your mind? Can you explain?
Well, sometimes it's just easier to think with eyes closed, and sometimes maybe I'm just trying to calm down or something. So, yeah.
I wish this interview was taking place when we had more clarity on what exactly your situation is, but let me ask you, if you do qualify, whether it's with tie breaks tomorrow or not, how do you think your life will change between now and November?
Well, I haven't really thought about it yet. I'm still focused on the tournament, so yeah. After it happens, I'll try to think of it.
I was going to ask you if you want the match to be in India, but I know you're not going to answer that because that's total speculation. Let me ask you about the last World Championship in India in 2013. I'm going to say you were around 6 years old. What memories do you have of that tournament?
Yeah, I was 7 years old, and I had just started playing chess, and I remember I visited the hall for like one of the games, and no, it was something huge. I just started playing chess, and such a huge thing happened at my hometown. So, it was a very nice experience for me.
Well, thanks for spending time. I'd like to ask you a lot more questions, but I know you've got one eye. Do I have my field reporter? Okay, and this is why Gukesh probably needs to get back. At the time of us closing this interview, there might be some more chess tomorrow, but he hasn't given any interviews to Chess Base India, but we thank you for your time here on chess.com. Now back to you guys.